Okay, welcome back to the 19th episode of the Tinkerage blog. Again, only a day since the last one, but I have made just a little bit of progress today. Spent most of the morning trying to prototype something, and then about lunchtime or just before lunchtime, I kind of had a brainwave and just changed completely what I was going to try and do. And that resolves mostly around this corner of the Tinkerage just to the right of the door. Now, I need to increase storage capacity in here. I can't afford to build an extension, so I need to be a bit clever about how I do things. So what I've done is I've built here a triple space toolboard. So there's the original board, the cork covering, the hammer there at the moment. That's just representative. This hammer is certainly not going to be tucked away. But I've got space then on the back of the door for a set of tools and space on the front. It's two 12mm plywood boards just screwed together, and a piece of 4x2 holding the hinges sufficiently off there. So I've got space for tools on here and there, and they're not going to collide with each other. Obviously, I need to be careful about what tools I store there. I can't put my clamps in there, and that's, well, I could, but that would fill up with clamps. And that is maybe a possibility, but I don't use my F clamps anywhere near as much as I use the quick release clamps. Now, originally I had intended to have this hinge in on the other side and to have another one coming this way. And that's what I spent all morning trying to prototype. But by the time I actually got it so that each door would clear and allow it to fold back so I could access both sides without interfering with the other side, it would have had to come out about 8 inches in each direction. So that would have eaten into quite a bit of space. Then I had the brainwave of just putting one up. I might put a smaller one just here. The bracket here is a bit of a hindrance as well. Obviously, I don't want to take that down. But that leaves me a nice open space, actually, so I'm happy that I've not actually lost any space other than this small bit of 4x2 here. And that actually does give me somewhere where I can hang a couple of things. For example, I had a socket spanner and a telecommunications tool on the side there, actually tucked on there. So I might put them back there. I don't know. So that I had to clear out the bench in order to do that, but that does mean that the tub of tools is now in the middle, so I need to shift that back. But I have cleared out probably about half of the timber that was in here. Sent that back down to the summer house. In doing this, that's given me a couple of tips videos, so look out for those. I did think about doing that as a project video, but it's so straightforward that I just recorded probably possibly my longest. Actually, no, I think the other one. I've done one for attaching magnetic catches, or the metal plate. So slightly longer than my normal tips, but I think relatively useful. Managed to find a tub. I think it was in the Tinkerage yesterday. I did have that with the CDs in the house, but that's going to free up that shelf down there, which has got my old sort of chemistry set. Cable clips will go into one of the WAM boxes. I took the jars off their board in order to make them a bit easier to store. I did tuck one down there. So, a fairly productive day. Not too much to report, but as it's the third one in 3 days, I don't think that's too much of a problem. Got a couple of ideas for short videos next week. Not necessarily vlogging videos. I think it's time I need one thinking about what I was talking about yesterday, about first aid kits. And I think it's also time that I did a review of the bandsaw. Next stage in here, again, a bit of a tidy up, move these tools back up. Yeah, I'm not sure what the next stage is. I think clear a bit of space. I think I need to maybe sort some of the tools, not necessarily onto the tool boards, but actually just sort them and make them accessible I've got a couple of things that I want to make in the next few weeks. At the moment, the tools that I need for those are not handy. So I think I may, this week, spend a bit of time sorting the tools out and making them a bit more accessible, even if they're not stowed where I want them to for long-term use. But I do need, one thing I will need to do is just find somewhere where I can pop the F-clamps back up on the wall so they're not filling up the workbench. Right, I hope you've all had a nice weekend. If you're watching this at the end of the weekend, if you're in midweek, I hope you're having a nice week. And please, as always, click like, comment if you've got any great ideas for me, and subscribe, and maybe hit that notifications button. So, bye for now.